so much for plans.
Yeah, with the Benevidas, it's like that.
With all of us.
Man,
In listening to everybody, a story came back, and Mark, don't turn off my microphone. During Lion King, Mark was having a bit of fun teasing my mother and I, and told a very large whopper. I won't go into details because I figured you'll turn the mic off. But Marlene came to me and wanted a picture so that she could turn the books on him. I found one, just for you. And just gave it to her and went, I don't know where it came from. And I walked away, and she had a lot of fun with it. Turned it into a little I love you note. I still have a microphone, good. Marlene was like that. There was always a smile, always a twinkle in her eye. You could count on her, you could trust her. And she was so loving, and we will all miss her very, very much.
Nicholas? I don't know, is it Nicholas? I just know Nick.
Marlene and I joined the union the same month. That was the two of us and John Turner. Marlene and John had been extras for quite some time. And really had shown no real interest in joining until they found out that I was joining after being there for just a very short period of time. And suddenly it went from one person joining to 3 people joining. I was like, oh, all right. Pay attention to you people. It was always a pleasure working with Marlene. She had her up days and her down days, like anybody. She had a dark sense of humor. It was very enjoyable backstage. Very appropriate, very fitting. Always had a really good time with her on calls. You know, you look at a manifest for the run of a show or something like that, and you saw Marlene was on there, you're like, all right, excellent. Gonna have a good time. There's gonna be some laughs. Might possibly blackmail her into frying up some chicken. Yeah, lots of really good conversations with Marlene over the years. About food, about books, about music. She's a very friendly person. I really enjoyed all the time I got to spend with her. I have lots of memories of her smiles. I'm really glad that she and Cameron were able to get together and spend some good time together. I think we all benefited from being around Marlene and having her in our lives.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Say is that I'm just extremely glad to know that I even got to know her in the first place. Me as well, Cameron, and I know that Colin Brown really wishes he could be here, and I think that he is in spirit. And however, how extremely sad it is that we all have to be here right now. I just hope that everybody realizes that we all get to remember how joyful it is that we even got a chance to know her in the first place. And to be able to bring that joy along with us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you.
They are.
I was honored to get to know Marlene a while ago. And
get to know her family, Rob, Rich, Richard. The summers, my better half would leave and go fishing, and Marlene would take care of me. And a lot of good cooking, and I just want to tell the family thank you for letting her spend that time with me. Marlene, you know we love you, we'll miss you. I'll miss my Marlene Mar forever.
Thank you very much.
Hey, what's going on? I'm AJ. I know that baby my whole life, since I was fucking born. Excuse my language. I just want to come out here and say I fucking miss you, Marlene. Situation sucks, and I'm glad you're in a better place, but I fucking miss you.
I'm not double dipping. I get emails for the union, and I meant to print it off, and I didn't. Kari Glass sent an email to the family. She's in California working, and she just, she loved Marlene. She took in all the strays, and at one point, Kari and Marlene and my daughter Rocky and myself were living on Government Hill in Kari's house. So Kari just wanted to shout out and say she loves all of you and love Marlene. So if she asks, I did bring it up.
I knew Marlene all her life. No, okay, I'm sorry. Like me. You know, this has been incredibly surreal. You know, there was a time when, you know, you talk about when, you know, her cooking, and, you know, I loved her fried chicken and her chocolate chip cookies too. But there was a time when it was just she and I, a long, long time ago, when I was kind of new to Alaska, and I was a young fireman, and I'd have this little 24-hour shift, and then I'd have all these days off, and so I would take her everywhere. We went, you know, she was well known for running up and down the aisles of the theater at APU, Grant Hall, and we'd go down to Homer and visit folks down there at Pier 1, and I used to think that was, you know, really cute to teach her different things to say to people. And there was this one time that we were down in Homer at these people's house, and there was a guy named Erwin Raven there, and some of you may know who he is. He's a guy that sued so that people could have, I believe it's marijuana, in their homes. And there was this home that we were at in Homer, and there was marijuana. And there was people who were actually using this. And so I had taught her to say different things to people. And so there was this guy, and it went something like this. I said, Marlene, go ahead and ask him that question. Okay. So this guy's sitting there going, I believe this is what they did. And he looks over at this little girl, and this little girl looks at him and says, excuse me, but what are your views on dialectic materialism? And the dude would go, oh. So she would say that to people just to get a rise out of them. So they all used to think that she was this little genius girl. The other thing I want to talk about really quickly is Scrabble. Marlene was so, you know, proud the first time she ever beat me in Scrabble. It took her a while, but she never let me forget it, that she had beat me in Scrabble. And, she called my sister just to tell her. Yeah. But, you know, she was just a wonderful person. I mean, you know, here's the thing that, like I said, it sucks. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I'm glad I knew her. But no, I want her here. She was my friend, too. And you know, there's a lot of parents out there, you know, if you're not friends with your kids, I mean, it makes a world of difference. You know, there's no animosity between us. Oh yeah, we had our disagreements here and there, but I mean, we liked each other, and that makes all the difference in the world to me. That's probably the number one thing I'm so proud of, is that she was my friend, besides being this wonderful, beautiful child. Well, you see her pictures up there, and also, that's really not my hair. So, I love you, Marlene. You know that. This is not supposed to happen, but I'm so touched that you all are out here. Thank you so much for coming and for sharing this time for my little girl. So, thank you.